Night to you, Rabbi Zelig.
Good night to you, Rabbi Stone.
I mean, after you find that, you're probably supposed to go back and search Ethan G to get more information. And here's our poor little synagogue. You know, maybe it's better if it's smaller. It's more personable. And let's look up Ethan Goldberg. It's a warm rush of triumph. I knew I'd found my man. Accountant volunteered dead in Murray Hill shootout. Ethan Goldberg's best take was found dead last night in Murray Hill alleyway outside of Patio Harris pub, the victim of an apparent mugging. We at Ravnet express our sympathies to Ethan's friend and family. Now it should have updated our Goldberg. Alright, so let's go back to Zelig. Trust me, you don't get any information in the pub until later, so there's no point in going there. Because no one will talk to you.
Yes?
I was hoping you could tell me something about Ethan Goldberg. I know he used to work here.
Ethan? Oh, what a tragedy. That man did wonders for this community. It's a shame what happened to him.
You know about his death?
Of course, I conducted the funeral service myself.
I recently found out that Ethan Goldberg and Jack Lauder did business together.
Really? I'm not surprised. Ethan offered his services to many people. He was a whiz with an added mission. So I heard.
Notice how he says Ethan, like, oh, I suddenly remember I had an Ethan in my congregation.
Did a Joe
That's...
I know.
As I
He was an inventor. Is that...
I don't know.
No. Do you know anything about Ethan G?
In all honesty, I have no idea, so I'm afraid...
Yeah, and you just can't get more out of him than that. Comment on various oddities.
Doesn't any of this strike you as odd?
Should it?
Two Jewish men, both in business together and both belonging to the same synagogue, are killed within 2 weeks of each other. A third man, who may or may not be Jewish, is nowhere to be found. There are only two connections between these three men. One is Jack's business, the other is this synagogue.
Rabbi Stone, I hope you're not suggesting anything...
I'm not.
Let me finish. People all over the world use religious communities to network and conduct business. This is nothing new. You know this, Rabbi Stone. If there is a connection, it has to do with their business dealings and nothing to do with Beth Tikva. I won't stand for our reputation being tarnished. Do I make myself clear?
As crystal.
I'm glad we understand each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, it is rather late.
I understand. I'll see myself out.
Wait, let me give you my card.
Haha.
Feel free to email me if you have any more questions.
See, if you don't combine Joe DeMarco with JDM, you can't get that little snippet of information that JDM is Joe DeMarco. And thus you can't get his comment on the oddities and get the card, which stumped me for the longest time. Now, we go back here, because we have inventory, Zelig's card. Funny, Rabbi Z at ravnet.com. I wonder. We have a computer. We're connected to Ravnet. I'm no longer Rabbi Stone, I'm Rabbi Zelig. Now the password. Clue. Pet. Remember when you looked up Rabbi Amos Zelig? Talked about his pet? He used to have a dog. What was his dog's name? Dodger. Hello, Rabbi Amos Zelig. And here's just another joke. I'll give you 2 jokes. Here we go. You want to scroll to the top here. Of course, there's the welcoming, welcome to New York. Newest way to the RavNet welcome. So you finally joined the 21st century. It's about time. Haha, mazel tov, etc. Just wanted to congratulate you on another hair-raising sermon today. Everyone was glued to their seats. See you next Friday, Jeff Coat Talk. These people don't really matter. You probably maybe look them up, probably not. As you can see, Rabbi Zelig is quite popular. And people like him, as opposed to us, Rabbi Stone. And here's Tomo again. Blah blah blah, praise, praise. Rabbi, I'm a bit concerned about this investor you set Jack up with. Can you tell me what you know about him? Okay, now we're getting into the good stuff. Thanks for the kiss sticks. It could be a service. Charming. Whoa, go back. Charmingfashion.com. Jack Lauder. I can't help but be concerned. You sure this investor is on the up and up? He has money, certainly, but the man gives me the serious creeps. We need the money, so I will accept his money for now, but I was hoping you could tell me more about him. Thanks, Jack. Got your message. Ethan's been giving me trouble, so that's not a problem. I'll get in touch when I chat with him. Joe. Got your message. Ethan's been giving me trouble. Blah blah blah. Okay. Blah blah blah. Yay. Another good sermon. Kisses from Ethan Goldberg. Thank you, Rabbi Zelig, for the lovely service you performed for my husband Ethan. Your kind words and wonderful anecdotes put everyone at ease, especially me. As you know, Ethan worked very hard for the Jewish community, and to a lesser extent Beth Tikva, and I'm sure he's very happy to know his work was appreciated. But what's this? Thank you again, Rabbi Zelig. We'll see you bright and early Friday night. Alice and Goldberg. But what's this? Apparently Zelig knows Joe. Because here we see J. DeMarco. And here's Jay Lauder again about Ethan. I told him who he was meeting, but they say it's not important. Not important? How can this be not important, Rabbi? Why aren't you doing something? I'm sure he has something to do with this. What have you gotten us mixed up in? Calm down, Ethan is dead. I fear for my life. Wait, calm down? Ethan is dead. I fear for my life. Your so-called investors demanding more interest and threatening me and my wife. You tell me to calm down? How could you do this? How could you get us involved with a creep like that? Don't tell me you're not involved. When I think of you looking all holy and pious during Ethan's funeral service, I want to throw up. I can't even tell my wife I'm so ashamed of myself. I think I was so blinded by greed that I couldn't see beneath the surface. I was better off with Stone. He was pig-headed and arrogant, but at least you knew where you stood. Watch your back, Rabbi. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Don't think this is over. You call yourself a Jew, Jack. J. DeMarco. Got it. You certainly keep me busy. I got your message. I'll let you know when it's done. Charming fashion. I'm not Jewish myself, but Jack was very devout, and I felt I owed it to him to give him a proper Jewish funeral. Thank you so much for your help, for answering my questions. I'm sure Jack would have appreciated the effort and care you put into the service. I'm going to try to prepare for Shivah, and you're welcome to come by and pay your respects. Thank you again, Rajari Lauder. So, It seems that our good rabbi is offing people he doesn't like, and then doing their funerals. So our only lead now, since the temple's closed off to us, is the bar. Patio Hares. We had to get here eventually. Hey, what's this? Somebody comes in after us. If you come in before this, this guy doesn't come in. But I'll talk to the
Excuse me.
bar people.
I'm looking for information on Joe DeMarco.
That's about the only funny thing there. 'Cause yeah, you don't get anything. Talk to her?
Excuse me. Hello? Excuse me.
Yeah, everyone just ignores you. But hey, who's this guy?